Hi, I'm happy to welcome you all to the today's English class. And in the today's class, we are going to discuss the next chapter in our English textbook. But this time, I'm not with the story, but with the poem. We are going to discuss chapter 6, and it's a poem written by one of the greatest poets of all time, William Wordsworth. The title of the poem is Lines Written in Early Spring. You know what? William Wordsworth, he was also called as nature's poet. He loved to be with nature. He has written a number of poems based on nature. And in this poem, he has used the same theme. And the themes used in this poem are nature, peace, and spirituality. These three themes he has mentioned in this poem. That's what we are going to see in this class. And in this poem, the poet, he is the speaker. And when he has written this poem he has written in the midst of French Revolution. War was raging all over the place and he knew it very well. Man has destroyed humanity. Man was cruel to other human. This poem has 6 stanzas with 4 lines. Each stanza has 4 lines. It is called as ballad. The poet William Wordsworth, he was in a grove. Grove, which means a small group of trees. Just like a forest, he was in a forest and he was sitting under a tree. Let's check what he was feeling about under the tree. Little are lines written in early spring. The first stanza, first line. I heard 1,000 blended notes while in a grove. I sate recline. What is that word? Sate. Sate, which means sat. It's an archaic form. We can call it a sat. He was sitting under a tree in a grove and he was hearing 1,000 blended notes. 1,000 blended notes is an onomatopoeia, which means when we read through this phrase, we can feel the sound of nature. Here he mentioned, I heard 1,000 blended notes while in a grove I sate reclined. In that sweet mood, he was sitting under a tree and he was enjoying seeing the nature. And in that sweet mood, when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. He was in a sweet mood and in that time, pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. And at that time, those pleasant thoughts have also brought the sad thoughts to the mind. What was that sad thought? To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran. Here he has used nature, N capitals. He represents that nature to be close to God. Nature is linked with human beings. Nature and human beings are closely associated. And here in the first line we can see the figure of speech, personification. Personification, which means a human characteristic was given to inanimate objects, the objects which cannot move. He represented that nature was very close to God. And he said that nature and human beings are closely associated. What happened to him? And much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. He was feeling very sad on the thoughts that what man has made of man. Why was he grieving for? He was grieving for the cruelty what man has made of man. The man was destroying the nature as well as the man was destroying another human beings. He was treating the other human beings cruelly. That's what he has mentioned in the second stanza. So, what had grieved the poet? The actions that human beings had done has grieved the poet so hard. Let me repeat you both the stanzas another time. I heard 1,000 blended notes while in a grove I sate reclined. In that sweet mood, when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her clavers did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart, to think what man has made of man. The last line is an alliteration. The figure of speech here is alliteration. The repetition of consonant sound. The same consonant sound. Man, made, man. Starting sound. What man has made of man. Let us see the other stanzas in the next class. That's the end of the today's class. Thank you for watching this video.